I don't care if you're 25, 35, or 45, we're all judged the same on the stage, so it really doesn't matter. You know, on my mornings when I do cardio, which is pretty much every morning but leg day, I wake up, you know, I go get on the stairs and I'll do like 45 minutes on the stairs and then that's it. And then I go have my first meal and then I come train, then I have 3 more meals and I train again, then I have 2 more meals, then I go to bed, and then I wake up in the middle of the night and have a shake and then all over again.
Me and Dallas both went to Bethel University in West Tennessee. I was actually his coach his freshman year. I think Dallas's work ethic goes back to when he was a kid. He was raised on a farm in Blue Goose, Tennessee. And then whenever I coached him in football, I mean, he always, every single play, he never took a play off. He would always do what was asked of him. He worked harder than anybody else. And so it's just kept falling over to football and to bodybuilding.
I was touring the little university where I went and played football, Bethel University. It's in Northwest Tennessee.
I was walking through the dorms and some other football buddies came up to me and they said, "Dude, you're not gonna believe the size of this freshman, he's bigger than you." I was like, whatever. So later on in the day, I actually ran into him and yeah, he was a lot bigger than me.
I think the thing that we get is we both get each other's work ethic. He's a very hard worker, one of the hardest working people I know. And so, you know, when we get in the gym, it's just go time. We don't have to talk, we don't have to, you know, worry about life, we don't have to worry about, you know, anything. We just get it done. And we've been doing that for so long now that, you know, it's just second nature.
Dallas actually came up to my room one night and he said, "I think I'm done with football. I think I'm gonna try this bodybuilding thing." And about that time, he hit a front double bicep. And at that time, I'd started following bodybuilding. I was done with football, so I was following it. And man, when he hit that, I mean, I knew he had it in him.
I was at my sister's graduation. She was graduating from college. I'm sitting there and I get a text from man. I call him later on and we start talking about Redcon. He shows me the logo. I mean, we've been on the phone like 10 minutes. And I was like, all right, yeah, I'm in.
Felt like Dallas and McCarver represented Redcon1 for a few reasons. Number one, when I thought of Redcon1, it meant to me blue collar work ethic. And Dallas is known for being a hard worker, comes from blue collar roots. You know, when he gets in the gym, he moves weight, he doesn't complain, he just does it. I felt like that really represented what I wanted the brand to mean. I know he is a big believer in kind of the golden rule, you know, act how you want people to treat you, you treat them the same way. And I just felt like, honestly, that he was a good fit in general. The whole look of the brand, my ideas, and I knew that he wasn't somebody that had been heavily covered in the past. He's this great personality, a great athlete, tremendously strong, and amazing potential for the future. So it all kind of combined to the perfect partnership.
It's pretty consistent with Chad. You know, we're going to use, you know, these food sources and we're just going to change the amounts here and there. And, you know, I eat grilled steak, grilled chicken, and fish, and rice and potatoes. You know, some cream of rice too. And, you know, I do use some whey in there, but, you know, it's really consistent and it's just steady little changes here and there. But, you know, the food, the core food is consistent, as is everything with Chad. Basically, it's just a form of deep tissue work. You know, we started off with the cupping and then it was, you know, we worked in, she started with her elbows and her hands and her fists, and then now, you know, she uses these scraping tools and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I mean, man, she just keeps me healthy, keeps me mobile. She really knows her stuff.
We do a whole bunch of techniques. We use a bunch of adhesion tools to break things up. We use cups sometimes. And what we basically do is just scraping all the scar tissue and metabolic waste so he can get really striated and really grow and just break up those fibers so he's really getting some growth out of everything he's training. The closer we're getting to Arnold, we really want to break it up because we want him to really get the striations you want getting on stage. So that's going to be the most important part of using these tools at this point. And then about 2 weeks before, we'll stop using them and go a little easier and do more of a flushing because we don't want any inflammation or anything into the muscles. We want to just keep it nice and hydrated and fluid.
Dallas would be the one bigger guys that anyone works with. We were worried about the weight limit on the table at one point.
Yeah, I was
His
close.
weight and my weight was going up.
Waking up like between 305 and 310 right now. And to be honest with you, like I feel like I'm pretty close conditioning wise. Hopefully within another 2 to 3 weeks, you know, I'll have a relative idea of exactly where I need to be.
It's funny because people look at me and they see this 300-pound bodybuilder, and you know, it's never been about size for me. And people, how can you say that? Well, it's the truth, because like when I got done playing football, you know, I was 300 pounds. I dieted down and did my first show at like 241, and you know, I've been building since then. But at the same time, it's like even when I dieted down the first time, I was a pretty big guy. I mean, I was a big kid. For me, it's always just been about really improving weak areas. And I'm still trying to, you know, find that magic number to nail it on show day. To fully commit to this in your early 20s or you know, even teens, it's asking a lot from a kid. It's a lot of willpower. You know, you got to tell your friends no, girls no, whatever. And not always easy, but you know, obviously I think it's worth it.